Guys, isn't it nice when you're putting your things in order and you just money, so much money, so much money. My heart's ignoring if I so lucky for you. Okay, I think this angle is okay. This is the best that I can do. These are my baby's things, so don't be surprised. It's her little bag and her car seat. So I just need to get my life in order with all of these things. So while I'm packing, I'll just be talking to you guys about basically my reflection on the year. Like, if I know I say this a lot, but if you've been following my channel, guys, these are like my favorite pants in the whole entire world. They're so comfortable and they make every look very like a lot, like it makes it look very nice. So honestly speaking, third year was a lot, and I'm talking academically, friendshipically, relationshipically, spiritually, emotionally. Like, I just feel like I just went through a lot. But once again, I'm really grateful at the same time, because I know what I am crying about is like small waters compared to what some other people have been through, you know. So I don't take for granted that I went through these things. I know God, you know, he's working on other things in my life, and there are people who are going through 10 times worse what I'm going through. So beginning of this year was a little weird. I don't know, I just feel like it was a bit weird in the sense that yeah, the beginning of this year was a bit weird in a way, because I don't know, like this year's vibe was just awkward. Okay, let me start by talking about second year, right? Second year, I was alone a lot, and I really learned how to love my own space because of circumstance. A lot of things that were happening, I really had to learn how to be by myself and be at peace and actually enjoy my own space, because you know, as people who are very social and stuff, like I found comfort in always being around other people, because that way I tend to, you know, I forget about my own problems, and I just, you know, even if it means me spending a lot of time with someone where they're just telling me their problems, like I would live for that, because I get to forget about mine for a bit, you know. So that was my thing, honestly. So 2017 really taught me how to be by myself and love my company and everything. So when this year came, a lot of things happened. A lot of people that I thought they got my bad ladder, you know, turned out that they didn't. But there's this post that I actually put on Instagram as my story. If you follow me, you probably saw it, where it said that this year has taught me that no one owes me loyalty, no one owes me love, no one owes me like anything, you know. So I had to really be at peace with that and not force the relationship that people have with me, not force it to be what I wanted it to be when the other person was not, you know, in it like that. So yeah, I just really had to learn how to be okay with that, and learning that not all friendships are gonna, and like relationships in general, that not all relationships are gonna work out, and it's okay. Like angege ufe, girl, will be fine. It's just a matter of learning how to live with that, because you get so used to being around certain people that when they leave, it's hard, it's difficult and all of that. But at some point you grow and you'll get over it, honestly. But yo guys, beginning of this year was really tough. The April, yeah, April, one of my good friends from high school passed away, and that was really hard. That took a toll on me because yo, we used to be so close. Like, we used to be so close. He was a very good friend of mine, and the week he passed away, like, everything in my life just went south. I'm not even kidding. I remember there were times when I would, guys, this year was a lot. There were times when I would literally have to push myself to go to work because I was doing the breakfast show. There were times when I had to push myself, you know, push myself to wake up early, to work on my script, what I'm going to talk about, wake up early, go to classes. There were times when I just couldn't wait for class to be over, just so I could cry because there was so many things were going wrong, and I really felt like I was by myself. And I don't want people to get me wrong and be like, but you have friends, you have your mom, you know. All of these people I'm really grateful for, but there's support where it's like, oh, I'm really sorry for that, and then there's the support that I feel like I really needed, where I just needed a friend to just give me a hug for like 30 minutes and just hug me and catch my tears. I really didn't have that, and like I said, I had lost other relationships, man, at the same time, so it was really a difficult time for me. I really feel like the first half of this year was the toughest. It was really tough. I really don't know how I like made it through with my academics, because yo guys, a big good bird. But like, I really had to learn, I really had to like snap out of it, because I just realized, like, it's okay to be in pain. Like, that's one thing I really learned first half of this year, is that it's okay to not be okay. I went through all of these stages, guys. I went through the hurt, I went through the bitterness, the crying every night, I went through the sadness, I went through the anger. You know, you want a revenge and everything, and then they finally came a part where I just let go. And I feel like I wouldn't have been able to let go if I wouldn't have went through all of these stages. So it only makes sense after, when I was able to be like, okay, it happened, there's nothing I can do about all of these situations except let it go. And that's when I started working hard on myself. I started working hard on my academics. You guys have seen my channel ever since June or whenever. I think I'm gonna wear this tomorrow, actually, if it's cold. That's when I started working on myself, and yo, like, I feel like I got an overwhelming amount of love that just covered everything. But one thing that I'm grateful for is that it happened. It had to happen, and it had to happen that way for everything to work out the way it has. You know, sometimes we as people like to test God, right? So I had a conversation with God the beginning of this year, and I was like, God, the only thing that I'll ask you for in 2018 is honesty. And I didn't really know why. Okay, I low-key know why I asked for that, but God just gave me so many answers and revealed so many things in my life. He revealed all, you know, the friendships that I thought were friendships but weren't really friendships. He revealed a lot of things about my family, not just my immediate family but my external family, to the point where I was like to the point where information was just coming to me and I felt overwhelmed, and I'm just like, God, okay, this is a lot. Like, I don't know how to handle all of this. But I remembered I asked for it, and you know what, I can honestly say God pulled through for me. I asked him to show me relationships that were not good for me, that were toxic. And you know, when God shows you these things that you want him to show them to you, you're like, it's a coincidence, there's no way, there's no way. But there was a way. So I'm just really grateful that I am where I am today. I'm in so much peace. I've really learned how to fall in love with myself. It's the most incredible thing, and I don't think no one can ever teach you how to love yourself. It's just a process that you have to undergo yourself. I'm really working on my spiritual life now, because I feel like with everything that I went through in the beginning of the year, like, just to be honest with you guys, like, I really felt like I was low-key mad at God. And if you know me, you know, like, I'm that girl. I'm a church girl, I go to church, read my Bible and stuff. But there was a point where I don't think I was mad at God, but it was more of, it wasn't making sense. Everything that was happening to me, I didn't even know. I was just going through so much, and I didn't even know how to verbalize it. I didn't even know how to talk to God. Imagine, to God, your Father, the one who listens to everything, who knows your heart and your thoughts. I couldn't verbalize prayers. I couldn't talk. I couldn't put myself in that place. And I remember there came a day, I think it was in June, where I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go on my knees, and I don't know what I'm praying for. I'm just gonna pray and we'll just see what happens. And I broke down and I had this long conversation with God, with everything that I had felt. And it's like Modimo Nadi Sidi la, like those pains, like he had been waiting for me to tell him about it so he can just guys, I cannot explain it. All in all, I really had a good year. I worked my way up in the studio that I was working, Goreba FM. I was on the breakfast team. Doing breakfast shows 7 and 9, waking up every morning, guys. It was the hardest challenge ever, but I want to tell you, it was worth it, because I had so much fun and I learned so much. Because I used to do the urban top 40, so I didn't know how to do breakfasty talk vibes. I was just used to the urban top 40, just get facts about the artist, the music, this. So it was a whole different genre, different tone and everything, so I had to learn. But yeah, I grew academically. I got invited to Golden Key again, so I don't know, but I feel like God was just showing off. Like, at some point he was just really showing off with my life. He was just, you know, just but I really am truly grateful. And then I also got on Voov. That's where some of you guys, some of my subscribers know me from. I got on Voov and I was streaming every night and people just loved me. I still don't understand why, because I would just talk about random things in my life and people would tune in every night to hear what I was going to talk about. And wow, that was so exciting. So that was really dope as well. So I also grew in that aspect. I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I can do a lot. Focus. I learned that I can do a lot. I started my MCing gigs, and like I just feel like the tears that I was crying in the first half of the year, just they watered all the seeds that grew in the second half of the year. And I'm just so grateful to God, you know. Now I'm about to get into a whole new chapter in my life, in a whole different environment and everything, and it's exciting because I can't wait to see what's gonna happen, what I'm gonna learn next, you know, how big my YouTube is gonna be, because honey, we finna be big. I think I should keep those videos already long, so let me just shut it off now. But y'all, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Thank you so much to my subscribers, to all the people who subscribe to my channel even way before I had any video. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for sharing 2018 with me. You've seen my ups, my downs, and this video just basically wraps all of that. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see how far we are going to go, you know, in the next year, when millions of more people come and join our channel all together. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, don't forget to like as well. Take care. I love you. Peace.